You may have seen some of this guy's videos. Vinay Prasad. He is a actual medical doctor. This is why he's one of the guys that on YouTube can say some shit that kind of is to the complete opposite of the quote unquote public health experts who spread doom and gloom. And his videos aren't taken down on YouTube. Then to be fair, well, I don't know about Robert Malone on YouTube. I know about him with Twitter, but not on YouTube. But you've probably seen some of this guy's videos. I've seen and watched. He's don't get me wrong. And this is the hilarious thing. And he can, not hilarious. It's just, I guess, more consistent because he's pro-vaccine. Make no mistake. Not pro-vaccine, but he does think of certain ones. There's good that can come out of certain demographics taking the vaccine, COVID-19 vaccine. Despite him documenting issues like with Moderna and younger men and that demographic having, increased risk for myocarditis. So this isn't some like guy who is like completely against this like existence of this vaccine that is saying that. Check this out. He compiled some tweets that just for really coverage sake, I think he really drives it home. And again, this is an actual medical doctor. So anytime I say something and I'll say the same damn shit, I don't dress with a suit or a tie or collared shirt or some shit button up. And I'm not a medical doctor though. I don't wear some fucking lab coat. Therefore, when I say it, it's, well, this guy's not a doctor, but someone else says the same goddamn thing. It all of a sudden becomes worth listening to. It's interesting. Nonetheless, it's an appeal to authority. It's actually a logical fallacy. He compiled these groups of tweets, excuse me, and it just perfectly, really represents what's going on. He said the two biggest failures in COVID-19 policy were one, he agreed to think humans are all powerful and could entirely change Mother Nature, which is what people try to do. They thought that they could, the public health experts could just completely change the trajectory of a virus in this regards like this. Number two, not subjecting our interventions to empirical testing, creating bitter tribal disputes based on no credible data and never learning the answer. These next groups of tweets are the best part of it. He says there's been zero randomized trials on masking in school, zero randomized trials on masking kids, zero randomized trials on masking adults in high income nations, zero randomized trials on masking anyone in cities, zero randomized trials in school closures, zero randomized trials of business closures. So you have to understand when we talk about studies, the ones that are going to be most useful for this type of concept is the RCTs, okay? Or the randomized control trials. They're almost non-existent. There's been a few that exist to answer some questions, often coming to the conclusion that the public health experts don't like. But for a lot of the policies that we lead with, there is nothing scientifically backing them. This has been admitted even Scott Gottlieb admitted with like the social distancing thing. He's like, yeah, that's 6 foot shit they basically came up with, just pulled it out of their ass. Zero randomized trials, Vinay speaks on this, of 3 versus 6 feet. Zero randomized trials of cohorting. Zero randomized trials of installing HEPA filters. Zero randomized trials of masking post-vaccine. Zero randomized trials testing alternative dosing strategies of vax. Zero randomized trials of whatever foolishness we are doing on college campuses. Zero randomized trials of asymptomatic testing, which is the biggest sham to me of all of this, is the fact that we have people lining up to go get tested for some shit they ain't got no fucking symptoms on. Either your place of business require it, or like maybe you live in one of those goofy areas, or you're just paranoid because you believed into the hype of this shit. So you were around someone that tested positive and now you freaking out. So you want to go line up to go get tested. It's insane. Zero randomized trials of quarantine duration. Zero randomized trials of testing for preschool. 0 randomized trials of plexiglass, which apparently there's still people all around this country that have plexiglass if they're like they have patches or something between them. And I guess the virus though can't go in or around the plexiglass because science. 0 randomized trials of wearing your mask from door to table and table to bathroom, but at no point during your restaurant experience. I got the scientific answer. What happens is when you sit down, the virus can't infect you. Or you can't infect others, I guess. Science. Just make that up. And lesser errors of evidence generation, randomized trials of boosters that were severely underpowered to assess clinical endpoints and underpowered to assess effect modification by age, randomized trials of kids 5 to 11 that were severely underpowered to assess clinical endpoints. Basically what my man's is saying is that a lot of the leading concepts, a lot of the leading like public policies has no scientific backing as to why we do it. However, if you question it, you're somehow anti-science. You're not pro-science and you're anti-vaccine. You're all of these different things because you simply say you have yet to prove. You're just operating by strictly authority. There's a public health expert, and these guys often have their own interests, right? We know the case with like hospitals and getting paid to house COVID patients. We know pharmaceutical companies and everybody's investments and the fact that, there's deals been signed basically with the devil between Pfizer, other companies as well, pharmaceutical companies and governments all around the fucking world. So obviously there's some vested interest in you guys taking it and policies basically trying to funnel you guys into taking it. But as far as actual scientific proof of this, yeah, the CDC might say the double masking may be okay or may be effective, but they're using a fucking mannequin or something to prove it. Mannequin in a 3D, like some digital model, to say, hey, look at this model that we came up. We got mannequins, and the mannequins prove that they're effective. Like, what? The only way, again, or rather the most effective way, would be an RCT. They don't exist for the vast majority of the public policy. There's no proof of it, but we just run with it and say we got to do it. It's the science, trust it. But it's not science at all. It's an authority figure, and some of them are doctors. Some of them are scientists. A lot of them work for the government. A lot of them have drawn political lines between this, so they think they're punishing their ideological enemies. But it's not scientific. Just because they said it, you're appealing to authority. And all Mr. Prasad is saying is that, dude, and this is, again, a guy that spoke about positives regarding this vaccine or like, again, certain companies' version of it. So it's not like you're talking about some guy that is like completely wrote this off. He's just acknowledging the truth. You don't got the proof of anything it is that you have us doing. God forbid you question it. But hey, some of these things I talk about this, I've been saying this for the better part of 2 years. I'm not a medical doctor, so when I say it, it's some demand, oh, this guy's not a doctor. But it's funny because when a doctor or scientist does say something like this, they're quack. It's almost as it has nothing to do with science and everything to do with it just approving of your particular talking point. You just listened to a clip from my podcast, For Canon's Sake, which is live throughout the week at 12 p.m. Central on YouTube.com/YoungRipper59 and Odyssey.com/@YoungRipper59. Be sure to check out my website, EricDJLi.com, so you can stay up to date with everything it is that I'm doing. You can also become a member and get access to a bunch of cool perks and exclusive content, which includes a social media hub where you can interact with myself and other members. It even has an app that you can get, which is now live in the Google and Apple stores.